This is Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 79. We focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, each and every one of you, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, Andy Reid bounces back from the tragic death of his son to win a Super Bowl.
Great win by the Chiefs, man. From a Broncos fan, salute.
After the death of Kobe, some people squash the beef, but for Puff and Mace, this beef still lingers.
I thought I told you we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
And a woman wants to know how long after her husband's death should she wait to move her new boyfriend in. All that and more right now. This is the MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, Obi.
Do we now?
Yeah, man, Mom's hit me up, man. She said, excellent podcast, son. Nah, not just me, Kamal. You're part of that podcast.
Okay, cool.
So that means to you too, second son.
Ah, man. Thank her for me.
Yes, you captured, you can thank her now. She listens.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
You captured the sentiment of Kobe's life. It was great to hear your eldest son on the show. He sounded so mature and wise. He came to see me Monday evening. We were able to lament and celebrate our love for the Black Mamba. So proud of you both. Love you. Kamal, well, how do your parents take the Kobe passing?
I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. I'm assuming they hit him hard.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
I know I'm a terrible son. I have not spoken to my parents this past week.
I take back that you can share my mother. You're not about to neglect my mother.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know, right?
Sports fans, not sports fans, what's the deal?
My pops is a big time sports fan. I know my mom would just be like just the human tragedy of it. You know, that's awful. That's awful. It's awful. And my pops would probably just from a basketball standpoint, you know how cold Kobe was, just reflecting on his life or his career. Mm-hmm. But honestly, man, I think it probably wouldn't have hit him as hard because they're just not they're not fanatics.
No, okay.
If anything, you know, except for religion.
When we come back, talking about the front page of our lives and later in the show, a woman wants to know how long after her husband's death should she wait to move her new boyfriend in the house? Ooh. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. Homie, where'd you watch the Super Bowl, dog?
I watched it at LAC Studio.
Oh, you went to that thing, huh?
Yeah, man.
How was it?
LTE Vision. Ah, man, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. Had some good food, man. Some of the people there, I knew. So I wasn't just by myself. I had the wife and my, the little homie was there, Jabril.
Okay.
And we enjoyed ourselves, man.
Nice.
Pretty good turnout.
I went out. My cousin came in from D.C., went to Howard. And he's from Compton, but he went to D.C. for college. Came back in town and, my pops is sick. So he threw a Super Bowl party for my dad in Huntington Beach, on the beach, right? Mm-hmm. So that was cool. A little stressful trying to broadcast because I'm still trying to figure out the mobile broadcasting thing. But that was dope. But hey, man, big boy met new lady for the first time. That was like breaking news, man. I know, man. 8 years. I took my time with it, man. I took my time with him. I mean,
was that a personal choice or it was just like?
It was one of those things where it was like, I knew it was her birthday. I knew that my dad was going to have an event. I knew that her and I hadn't been getting along. I knew that I wasn't going to be the dude that's like, hey man, I know it's your birthday, but I'm going out to something that you ain't coming to because my son's there. It's just me and my boy been talking about it a while. And I told him, man, we're not doing this until you ready to go.
Oh, so it wasn't like you were actively keeping him apart. It was like he really wasn't into it either.
He was cool, but I wasn't gonna force it.
Yeah.
I hear about relationships sometimes where the man will allow the woman to basically tell him what to do, right? And if I would have allowed it, I mean, she would have been at that first Thanksgiving, 8 years ago. If I would have allowed it. So I always wanted to make sure she always wanted to integrate, and I was always very slow because I had a step situation before.
So those white people at the bus line, stay out of our our school.
Hilarious. Yeah, she wanted to integrate, and I was just like, slow down, buddy. Brown versus the Board of Education don't affect me. But nah, it was great, man. The meeting was cool. They was cool. And like I said, he's been ready for a while, but I wanted to make sure that I make sure. And this was like, all right, it's time. When we come back, Lil Wayne sends a shout out to the Mamba, but not everyone is a Kobe fan, and we're going to talk about some of the haters. This ain't Reid podcast. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing is funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about Chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated. Okay. But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still...
Yeah,
Caitlyn.
He's Bruce.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce, and this is when I recorded this. But it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." We're talking about life after death for Kobe Bean Bryant. On the positive note, Lil Wayne did a tribute to Kobe on his album. You know, Lil Wayne is a sports fan. He does his album is full of sports references.
Yeah.
He has a reference for Shannon Sharp that I thought was fly. It would have been nice if I had it, but I don't have it. But listen to the new album. It's kind of the new album felt like he went back to the old school. I wasn't loving the last one, so the new album so far from what I've heard, like okay, Lil Wayne is getting the party started. He did 54 tracks for that album. Come on,
he's good.
Hilarious.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't know?
I wouldn't know.
I cannot believe this.
I'm too old for Lil Wayne, man.
Dude, I guess I discovered Lil Wayne when I went to Southern. And
he was like 12?
14.
Oh,
yeah.
14? Yeah, man. So, yeah, I figure I was a little too old for Lil Wayne. By the time the Hot Boys came out, that's when I was first introduced to him. I'd already had my favorites.
Okay.
So you was hard to...
This office is closed. Game's closed.
Yeah, it was hard to get up in there, man.
So that's young man's music to you? That's for the young folks.
Well, yeah, I remember when I was teaching at Crenshaw.
Yeah,
and I think Jay-Z dropped a new album. I was like, "Yo, man, the Blueprint 3 is and the kid was like, "Jay-Z's whack, man, like Wayne." I was like, "Huh? This is Jigga. What are you talking about?" And they were like,
"And now Wayne's old,
right?" So his audience is probably 30. I mean, well, he's got a major audience, but I'm saying like who was when he was started popping.
Yeah.
That high school, when they were in high school, they're probably like around 30, 34, 35 years old.
Because if you think about it, it goes Jigga, Wayne, Drake, and Drake is fading out right now.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, what happens is the audience, your fan base, their core, they age out.
Yeah,
and they're no longer in that cool key demographic.
Yeah.
And then it's somebody else's turn.
Well, Wayne makes sports references all the time. Wayne is a beast, man. I like Wayne because Wayne's one of those guys that he's a workaholic. Mm-hmm. He works. He sets up a studio in his hotel room. He'll set up a studio on the tour bus. You know, to crank out 52 songs and to pick 24 for the album is amazing to me. But talking about Lil Wayne, he put a moment of silence in for Kobe on track 8. Which I thought was respect. You know what I mean? He has a song called Kobe on previous albums.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe meant a lot to a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Kobe is a big deal.
Yeah.
Did a lot of great.
Yeah, but there's some negatives too. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because Lil Wayne did some positive, but there's some hate. Now, we haven't really talked about the negative side of Kobe, and I have. You told me that your wife said she didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it either. Mm-hmm. But the Abigail Disney called him out. She said, "Yeah, he's a great basketball player and he's a rapist."
Same thing with I think her name is either Rachel Wood or Rachel Evan Wood. Mm-hmm. She's on Westworld. Mm-hmm. She said that he's a great basketball player, something like that, and he was a rapist. Those two things could be true. Both things can be true, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are, instead of just celebrating his greatness, they are, the Debbie Downers are bringing up his negative.
Well, because in their mind, that's what he did. The thing that bothers me is My man went. It's not like he went on trial in Hollywood for this accusation. Mm-hmm. This brother went on trial in Colorado for this shit.
Yeah.
You know, a rival state. I can't tell you how many brothers was on the jury, but old girl dropped the case and took cash. Like, why does he have to be? Why couldn't it just be a false accusation? And as black people, we've heard.
Yeah, Brian Banks.
Dog.
The false accusation.
False rape has been plaguing the black athlete for years.
Yeah.
And real rape too.
Rape too. The black male.
Black male, yeah.
The black male. And so for some people, I think Terry Crews said we always believe women or something like that. And what sucks is a lot of women lie.
Yeah.
And they just muddy the water.
Yeah.
You just don't know who's telling the truth. And so I like to wait for the evidence.
Yeah.
And there was no evidence. They didn't present any evidence that Kobe raped that young lady in Colorado, especially when they gave the rape kit and she had like 3 different semen samples or something like that, multiple. And so it's like, well, she's clouded the investigation.
Come on.
And I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but it was like, how
it's hard to prove it.
How can you be so positive that he did?
Yeah.
Based on the murky evidence in this woman's
just take her word, I guess.
Right. And why?
Yeah.
Why?
And then she dropped the charges, but still take her word.
Right.
But she dropped the charges, but still take her word.
Yeah, so
Come on,
it's
dog.
like Abigail Disney and Rachel Evan Wood and all these people who call Kobe a rapist. What would they say about like Brian Banks? He was a rapist until
they would call him a rapist,
but until now. Oh well, everybody else is ever being accused of rape is a rapist.
Yeah,
but you,
dude, that's a very good point. If Brian Banks came out now, they would have just called him a rapist, and then when they found out he wasn't, then what would they say?
They wouldn't apologize.
No, but we don't know what they would say. But to speculate, I'm wondering, would they say, "Hey, I was wrong. I guess sometimes, women will lie for whatever reason."
I wondered, because I'm sure Banks got some hate at the courthouse. I'm sure around the school, the local community. I wonder when he was exonerated. Did anybody apologize to him? Like, you know what, man, I had you all wrong.
Out of 100 people that hated him, how many do you think say, you know what? My bad.
Yeah.
Out of 100, how many do you think? 3?
I don't even.
If that.
Yeah. It's like the Central Park 5.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
The Central Park 5. Now, she didn't accuse them. It was basically just some punk-ass police work. But even after they were, quote-unquote, exonerated, people were like, nope.
They did it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nope.
Wait a minute. You're not understanding. They weren't even in the same part of the park. It's proof. No, they did it.
Yeah,
okay.
They did it.
And so
with the Kobe thing, it's unfortunate, man. And I don't think, I'm sure if the young lady got some money, she signed an NDA.
Of course.
So she can't talk about it. But I honestly I wish a lot of these things, like the truth, to come out, like the Emmett Till stuff.
Yes.
Like on Chick's deathbed. I lied the whole time.
Once again, Emmett Till, ma'am, Abigail Disney.
Yeah.
Emmett Till.
Yeah.
The woman said he sexually harassed her.
Yeah, harassed her.
He sexually harassed the man. The man died. The boy died over that.
Yeah.
She lied.
Yeah.
This is not the first time.
Right. The Scottsboro boys. I'm going way back in history.
Yeah.
But it was very, very similar. With some boys, I think I talked about it on the show.
Yeah, you did.
Some boys on the train, some chicks who were like riding the rails, and they were in the car with some black guys that got caught and said they were kidnapped and raped and stuff like that. And they pulled all the black boys off the train and convicted them of raping these women. And years later, the women were like, it never happened. As a matter of fact, a couple of the boys never even seen the women because they were in different cars. They just pulled everybody off the train.
Now, this is logic, though. That's the problem I have with this. This is logic. If you said this to these women, people are furious, but it's like, yo, man, I don't know what to tell you right now because I'm sitting up here telling you that in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty, is supposedly, right? So not only is he supposed to be innocent at first, she had her day in court and let it go and then took dough.
Right. She refused to testify or something like that.
Like I said, she had an opportunity. to get him. Mm-hmm. She backed out and then went and got money from him.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I just cannot. And here's the other thing to me with and it feels like it goes on racial lines because I heard a comedian. I overheard a comedian talking, and he said that black people, we always make excuses for our celebrities. I was thinking, wow, we just getting bold. Of course, he didn't know he didn't know I was sitting nearby, right? He couldn't see. I was sitting on the floor. Black people always make excuses for their celebrities. They're like the Democrats when it comes to Hillary Clinton. And I thought, as upset as I got in the moment, I thought, well, maybe you have a point there because black people, we definitely defend our celebrities. Mm-hmm. But the opposition, it's usually along racial lines.
Right. Well, just historically.
Yeah.
Because the people usually making the accusations are not the most credible people. Mm. And I hate to say, just historically, the white people were the ones accusing Jack Johnson of all these things. As a matter of fact, they changed the law.
Yeah.
And guess who got arrested? Jack Johnson. Not his chicks.
No.
Not his chicks.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson got arrested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so the accusers aren't always the most credible. Mm-hmm. And usually the black community is the one rallying around that person because they know, like, man, that's
here bullshit. We go with the fuckery again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it seems like it is a natural instinct.
Yes.
For us to just a reflexive response, just to defend.
Because we've seen it so many times. And here's my thing. And now with R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly, I'm R. Kelly fan. I've said it many times. But I'm not saying R. Kelly didn't do it. I'm saying I like his music, and I think he has a problem. But I separate the music from the problem. The same way you guys separate your President Washington from his slave owning.
Well, it was different.
Of course it was, because he's white.
And was it Jefferson?
Yeah, like you separate when you need to.
Knocking up his slave.
Yeah, like, come on. So my point is, I'm not the kind of R. Kelly fan that says, man, he didn't do it. No. I think he did it. I think he should go to jail. And when he gets out, I hope he goes to the studio and gives us another banger. That's the kind of fan I am. Yeah. Like, I think he did it. But my point I'm making is R. Kelly got accusation after accusation after accusation after accusation. There's a pattern here. I just don't understand. If you're that kind of person that would do that heinous act, why would you stop after one? I'm not saying that people don't, but if that's how you get down, you think your girl's a liar, hang in the cut. She'll lie again if she's a liar.
Right.
So you think a motherfucker's stealing?
Kobe never had another incident.
There's nobody, man.
Iron Mike never had another incident.
No.
Yeah.
So
Mystical has.
Yes, he has. Maybe that guy has a problem.
Yeah.
But Iron Mike was adamant that he got set up. You know what I mean? And his story is like, man, dog, she let me eat the coochie. Like, you know what I mean? Not saying that is a green light, but I'm saying that that's a little different. My point is, Iron Mike is like, look, man, I'm trying to tell y'all this is a misunderstanding. Kobe is like, look, man, I'm trying to tell y'all this is a misunderstanding. This ain't what y'all calling it. So if he really was like my guy R. Kelly, who I'm a fan of, example after example after example of this is how he gets down. For Kobe Bean Bryant, I don't see examples of. Now, if it starts coming out, then maybe I'll change my tune like I did about Kels.
Yeah. Well, you have a point. One exception to your rule is Bill Cosby.
I knew you were going to say that because I think Bill Cosby did it. So in my mind, it's like, I think Bill Cosby did it. I want him to serve his time. When he gets out, I'm going to the concert.
What about Mike?
Jackson?
Yeah,
I think he did it.
Okay.
I absolutely think Michael Jackson was gay, and I think he was Michael Jackson was a child in his mind. All right. So Michael Jackson was gay, I believe. I saw the kiss of Lisa Marie. That didn't fool me. And I believe he was a child. So since he was the motherfucker had an amusement park for kids at his house. So he was a kid in his mind, right? He used to hang out with Webster and Macaulay Culkin. He was a kid. So if you're gay.
Until they aged out.
Exactly. So if you're gay, which I think Michael Jackson was, and you think you're a child, then you're going to probably mate with other childs. Is it illegal? Absolutely.
I think Cole didn't do it. And I think I don't mind people mentioning this part of his legacy, right?
Yeah,
because it happened.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think we should sugarcoat it, but I do have a problem with the people who would definitively just know for a fact that he's a rapist. They're calling him a rapist. Like, no, he was accused of rape.
He was accused of rape.
And I don't mind that being a part of his Wikipedia page.
Accused.
Yeah.
Because he was, unfortunately. Yeah. He put himself in that position.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah. I have a problem with the people who just know for a fact.
Oh, it's facts.
And they don't.
Even though she dropped the charges,
and she's anonymous, we don't even know who this woman is. Now, if Abigail Disney knows this woman, that's my niece, and she told me exactly what happened, okay, she have more credibility
with me.
Yeah. But just because
a woman said it.
Yeah.
We have just too much history on the contrary to that. When we come back, now that Rush Limbaugh is sick, is it okay for us to celebrate his downfall? It's the MRA Podcast. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we try to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, when Kobe Bryant passed away, one of the things I hated about it was Ari Shaffir took to social media. He's a comedian, and he recorded a video. We're not even going to play it right now, but basically he celebrated the death of Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Because in his mind, a rapist died. So, why should we feel bad that a rapist died? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it was racially motivated. All the people that just seem to be very upset with Kobe seem to have a racial thing in common. The people that are the most upset with him. Yeah. And so, I try to look at his side of the story, not just because I knew him before this happened, but I try to look at this side and say, from his perspective, this black man did something to this white woman and got away with it. Like the people that are still mad at OJ. But now Rush Limbaugh has been diagnosed with lung cancer. Mm-hmm. And some people...
Was it stage 4 advanced?
It's pretty bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And some people are celebrating that. So my take is, I'm not celebrating it because, first of all, my pops got diagnosed with lung cancer. Mm-hmm. I don't like Rush Limbaugh. I don't listen to Rush Limbaugh. I heard he said some crazy shit about us. I didn't even give it a listen.
That was it for you.
I'm good. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what he does. Mm-hmm. I'm never going to listen. So... the fact that he's sick, that's a man that's sick. That's a husband that's sick. That's a potential father that's sick. I'm not going to celebrate. If I thought it was wrong that Ari Shaffir celebrated the death of a man, I'm not going to celebrate the sickness of a man, especially a man that's got the same sickness as my pops. I'm not doing it. I wish him well. I hope he gets back to work on the show that I'm still never going to listen to. What's your take, dog?
No, I'm not celebrating it either. I don't like Rush Limbaugh. I know the man's history. Mm-hmm. I know those comments. Mm-hmm. I've heard them.
Mm-hmm. Donovan McNabb, President Obama.
Yeah, I've heard all of that stuff, man. So I dislike this guy.
Yes.
It's not that I don't like him. No, I dislike him.
Yes. Yes.
But, I'm not happy that he has lung cancer. Mm-hmm. I'm not happy with that at all. I don't wish that upon anybody. Now, if he was doing some dirt, and he died doing dirt, harming others, I'm like, that's what you get.
That's what happens. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like him just getting sick.
Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't do anything for me, man. My only hope, positive that can come from this is that hopefully on his deathbed that he can have one of those come to Jesus moments. Yeah. And acknowledge all of the racism and divisiveness that he has caused over the years, over the airways for a buck. Well, a lot of bucks. Yeah, but if he can have one of those things where, I don't even believe in this shit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be cool. Mm-hmm. But I would respect him if he goes down with the ship still talking that shit. I would respect.
Yeah. Guess that's what you would do. Hopefully.
Yeah, don't get all weak and be like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, I want that.
You want it, but as a man, you're like, hey, be a man all the time, dog. We come back. Not everyone is squashing it after Kobe's death. M.A. $E Mason Puffy. Still beefing, y'all. We'll get into this. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamau.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamau, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen. So I have to, try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man. Yeah. Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I pick... Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah,
and I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. So you're Mr. Old Head Hip Hop, man. So I'm guessing you were not a Mace fan.
No.
I was a huge Mace fan back in the late 90s. Well, I used to wear my hat backwards. People say, hey, man, you look like Mace.
Oh, man, it was too pop.
Too poppy for you?
Yeah.
It was just poppy enough for me to love it. Did you see when Puff made the announcement at the Grammys, the Grammy party, when he got honored about, black excellence and black billionaires and not being slaves to the music industry and all this stuff?
Yeah.
We need the artists to take back the control. We need transparency. We need diversity. They're a non-profit organization that is supposed to protect the welfare of the musical community. That's what it says on the mission statement. That's the truth. But we just need to get it right. And I'm here for the artists. And for me to be worthy of receiving an Icon Award, I have to use my experience to help make a change.
But the irony is, Mace says, hey, nigga, hey, bruh.
Need a little bit of water.
Can I have control of my art? Because you took advantage of me when I was 19. What does that mean? Back when Mace was 19, allegedly, according to Mace, Puff bought his whole catalog for $20,000. What does that mean to the layman music person? Your catalog is your publishing. It's your residuals from all the work you've done as a musician. And allegedly, Mace sold it to Puffy back when he was 19 and naive for $20,000. Which is, some would call that predatory.
Well, Puffy was probably, 25?
Puffy knew his shit.
26, yeah. He's been around since he was 19 or something like that.
Puffy knew since he was a teenager going back and forth to Howard. Puffy knew his shit, Mace did not. What do you think, dog?
No, man, because here's the thing about it. Mace is, I think, the second person.
Mm-hmm.
Sauce Money, who used to be on Rockefeller, and those old early Jay-Z albums, he said it was great what you said, but you and your boy Jay-Z need to start practicing that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So Sauce Money was the first person to call him out, and then Mace is calling him out now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, man. I see both sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
From the executive side, I gave you a contract.
Yeah. Very Gordy.
You signed it.
Mm-hmm.
It is legal.
How many times have we seen this in the 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah.
The Temptation story, the you've seen this so many times. TLC's allegations against Pebbles.
Yeah.
NWA movie.
Yeah.
This is the contract you signed.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was thirsty. I was hungry. I didn't know better. Like I said,
right.
You signed this contract.
So I get it from the executive's point of view. It's not my job to walk you through this. I can do it, but it's not my job. Right? And I can definitely see it from the artist's perspective. It's like you said, I was young, I was naive.
Yeah.
I wanted to be down.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boy at the time was the hottest label.
Of course.
You got the hottest rapper.
Yeah.
How can I be down?
Yeah. Thirsty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How can I be down? Sign this. Okay.
It would be like if a dude if a dude was like 50-year-old billionaire, married this 18-year-old girl and had her sign a prenup. like a famous billionaire was like, hey, you want to be with me? Oh my God, I'm such a fan. Okay, good. But before we get married, sign this prenup. You get nothing if we break up. Okay, whatever it is, we're never going to break up anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I think Mace's thing is, man, because here's the thing. I'm trying to put myself in a 19-year-old's mindset.
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old. I might know this deal was a fucked up deal.
Yeah.
But I am that nigga. So even when this deal's over, I'm still going to be making money 15, 20, 30 years from now. Not knowing that you're not thinking that one album I drop is really the only thing that's going to really just be popping.
Yeah.
And that's what he has.
Yeah.
Like if Mace was still cracking right now, popping right now, Puffy wouldn't be getting none of that. It's like De La Soul doesn't get any money, royalties or whatever from their their first 4 albums on Tommy Boy. And they're saying like, if you want to help us out, buy all this new shit.
Because this is the money coming to us.
It comes to us. Don't buy that shit on Tommy Boy because we get none of that.
But the problem is, as Ice Cube tried to explain to Drake, you're hot for 3 years. And Drake came back and said, I've been hot for 3 sets of 3 years, which he was right. You have a window of dopeness. You sign away that early shit.
You're hot as shit.
You're hot as shit.
Yeah.
You're dope as shit. You're R. Kelly. You don't want to sign away 12 play.
No.
You don't want to sign away that motherfucking the R album.
Like Chingy signing over like right there. It's
right
like,
there. You're
don't do that.
Don't do that. You'll never, ever have anything like this again.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think the thing that hurts the most is the racial component.
Yeah.
This is a black man.
That's why this is a story.
Yeah, you're supposed to be looking out.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. We supposed to be brothers.
But it's still business.
Yeah, I know.
Because the white man will do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and you wouldn't be complaining about this.
No, it wouldn't have been a racial thing. But sometimes we hold black people to a different standard.
Yeah, and I do.
Of course. But that's part of this black apologist thing. Yeah. There's a set of rules in the black community.
Yeah.
Bruh, they say black on black crime.
Yeah.
They don't call it white on white crime, even though white people kill white people all the time.
Because they figure black on black crime is horrible. Like,
why would you kill another brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to be
brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't kick you. You trying to kick some knowledge?
So you ain't supposed to be jerking me.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, because you are black, you're supposed to hold my hand through this.
That's what is expected.
Yeah.
And then you go on TV, this noble guy.
Because they are black and around the same age, they have a better relationship. I doubt if De La Soul was hanging out with Tom Silverman.
Who's that, Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy. I seriously doubt they were hanging out with each other.
I doubt it too.
You know what I'm saying? But Wayne and Baby were. So when it comes to business, like we're hanging out.
Yes. That's where the dicking hurts more.
The Eazy-E, we're hanging out.
We boys.
We're boys.
Yeah. You're supposed to cut your boy. Don't do your boy dirty.
No,
even if you don't come your deal, don't do me dirty.
Well, it's not even doing me dirty. It's like go beyond that. Go beyond what Tommy Boy would do. You're supposed to lace me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we're in the studio hanging out, I'm drinking a bunch of Snapples and shit like that. Don't charge me for it. You know what I'm saying? What's my guy's name? Jimmy Iovine would, but you don't. It's like, nah, dude. It's still a business. I'm still running the business. Somebody had to pay for that shit.
Oh, I used to hate that when I worked at Sizzler. Niggas come in for the hookup.
Yeah.
Hey man, let me get a plate, nigga. I don't know you. I do not. And they literally. And sometimes I would give them a plate, and I look back and be like, I just wish I had the guts to say, hey man, nah, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we look for the hookup as black people.
Absolutely.
Because we have been getting the shaft for so long from the other man. When we see a black person, it's like, finally. Have you ever gone to a place and it's a bunch of salesmen or whatever, it's people working there, and you see the black person, and that's the nigga I want to talk to.
Yeah. And then you walk over there and that motherfucker put the dick in your ass harder than the other motherfucker would have. Because,
what's up, fam?
Yeah, come on here. I work a good deal for your stupid ass. Come over here, man, and let me lube up right quick.
Yeah, you thinking he gonna look, if anybody, he gonna look out.
So, in closing, how do you feel about Puff telling Mace, I'll buy your joint for 20 grand?
That's not the problem, because like I said, Puffy was young as well. What happened was recently, Mace said that he came up to Puffy with $2 million in
try
cash.
To buy it back.
And he said, nope, you're going to have to pay the same amount of money. He said this European guy offered. then I will give it to you.
Yeah.
So the homie shit, you're not getting the homie discount.
They had already fallen out though.
Yeah. But I think they came back for like the reunion and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
he kept the business with them.
Yeah,
in the beginning and the end.
A big part of where Puffy is now is based on Mace. Without Mace, Puffy is just the guy dancing in the videos.
Yeah,
but with Mace, he had a partner with him, and they had some poppy songs together. Yeah. I think a big part of Puffy's celebrity is owed to Mace. Mm-hmm. And I think at this point, the guy's damn near worth $1 billion. Mace's catalog, get his shit to him, man.
When we come back, we have to talk about the Super Bowl. Andy Reid finally got a ring, and he bounced back after the death of his son. It's the MRA Podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Come out, one of the best things. By the way, who'd you pick in the Super Bowl before the game?
I had KC, even though I'm a Broncos fan.
Yeah, I see. Same week. Me, Raiders fan. It's like, I hate them. But
yeah, I like, I'm rooting for the
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Black quarterback. Period. That's
why.
And
the offensive coordinator, Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy, running back with Colorado, I think.
Yeah,
I remember him. My thing is, a black offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Man, that's rare in the National Football League.
Yeah, hopefully he gets some looks, but I don't hear his name.
Well, you know what?
Andy Reid's getting all the credit.
He is, and I want Eric Bieniemy to just stack a couple more up. Just ride this Mahomes thing for a while, and build your name to legendary status the same way the guy did with Tom Brady's offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels. Ride this dynasty for a while if they can build one before you jump. Because, you jump too early, then you sitting there next to Romeo Cornell or whatever.
McDaniels jumped too early. He went to Denver.
Yeah, he way too early. Just ride this for a little bit.
Let him come back.
Yeah.
The same spot again. Like,
hey,
man.
Hey, come on, man. I done warned you. It's cold out there, bro. But what you want? Hey, you don't learn the fat meat is greasy.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna say speaking of fat meat, but Andy Reid, right? Nah, I like Andy Reid because Andy Reid messes with black quarterbacks. Pick Donovan McNabb. As soon as he got to the Eagles' first order of business, he got Donovan McNabb. Mm-hmm. Then he goes and gives Michael Vick another chance. And Michael Vick, one of my favorite players ever next to Randy Moss, says, hey, man, he rejuvenated my career. He gave me another chance after all that dog craziness. So Andy Reid, I got love for Andy Reid, man. Okay. And plus, we went to Eisenhower Eagles. So I've always had a little soft spot for the Eagles because when I was growing up, and we went to Ike. That was when Randall was there, Randall Cunningham. So it was like, and he had the same number as our quarterback. Anyway, long story. So the point is, I was cheering for Mahomes and them. They won. But what a lot of people don't know about this victory for Andy Reid is the fact that 2012 was a rough year for me. And I know because I was the year my wife left and took the kids. But it was rougher for Andy Reid because Andy Reid's son passed away. Garrett Reid was a coach on the Eagles staff, and he died of a heroin overdose. He had struggles with addiction. He passed away like in August. The Eagles posted their second losing season under Reid. He is there 14 years. He posted only his second losing season since the first one 14 years earlier, 4 months after his son dies, man. And he's out. Can you imagine that rock bottom, Kamal?
Not losing a son. I lost a job. Mm-hmm. I lost a teaching job. My wife was 7 months pregnant.
Wow. So you gained a son.
Yeah. 7 months pregnant.
How did that feel, bro?
Oh, it pissed me off because it's like I have no income, and then to keep my benefits, I got to pay Cobra. It's like $1,000, but I've got no income. So you know what I'm saying, and we got to keep her doctor. She was going to Cedars at the time, so it was like, dude, this guy has been going through all of the the meetings and the motions and all that stuff.
Yeah, and
then it's like. We got to go somewhere else because we can't afford this anymore. Because it was abrupt. It was sudden. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't wean me off the job. It was like the day I came in, they were like, "Hey, come here for a second." So
regardless of what you had in your personal life, it was time for you to go.
It was time for me to go. They could care less, and they knew about it because I was leaving sometimes to go to like some of the appointments and stuff like that. So they knew. So it wasn't like we had no. They knew.
No, they knew. It's still business.
They didn't give a damn. It's a business. So obviously, it's not losing a son. But as far as like having like a boss you deem as like on some heartless shit, I definitely had that.
So Andy Reid gets fired. He goes to Kansas City.
I know it had to hurt that the Eagles won a Super Bowl without him.
Oh, man. Not only that, they won the Super Bowl. That's another part of the story. Before he won one, his old team won one, and it was the coach that he not only hired, he used to coach this kid. It was the guy he coached, the guy he hired, a dude he mentored, brought his team to the promised land before he was able to do it.
Yeah.
With the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So he had to. That all goes part of the story, though.
Yeah. So, but I will say this. I don't think Philadelphia is like, we messed up.
No.
They probably felt to this day.
They congratulate him via Twitter. Hey, man, we love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you did for us.
Yeah, we made the right decision.
Yes, we did.
That's what sucks too, man, because when people, any breakup, any time you get fired, you want them to regret that decision.
Absolutely.
Philadelphia.
We're good. God bless you. We got ours too. And so,
that's cool. Hey,
man, good job. We got our rings too. So, it is what it is, man. When we come back, a woman wants to know how long after her husband's death should she wait to move her new boyfriend in? It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Let's get in this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, my name is Gail. I'm a white woman, over 40, and I'm too old for any more poppycock. I can't believe she really said poppycock come out.
Poppycock. She's a white woman over 40.
I'm like, is this a joke? Did you really? Does anybody really use that word? I'm a TV writer for a long-standing drama. My husband, God rest his soul, was a piece of work. In my opinion, Hollywood is plagued by mediocre white men, and I work with them all. Jeez. It's disgusting. But my late husband was even worse than the guys I work with. At least they have some talent, golly. I won't say his name, but he recently died of lupus. It was terrible. I know we tend to glorify the dead after they go, but gentlemen, my husband was not a good guy. He was physically and mentally abusive. He always put me down. He never wanted to work a real job, always doing one pyramid scheme after another. I caught him stealing out of my purse twice. The only reason I let him stay around was because we share a son. My son looked up to his father, and I never wanted him to know the truth, that his father was a rot. Okay, so here's why I'm emailing you. My husband and I might not have gotten a divorce, but we broke up years ago. He was dating. Hell, he never stopped dating. And about 2 years ago, I fell in love with an amazing, hardworking man who was married at the time, but he's recently divorced. Don't judge me. I've heard your show. If men can have side action, then we can too, especially in my situation. When my boyfriend was married, it was perfect because he could never come around too much. But now he's been divorced for a while, and he secretly wanted me to get divorced too. I say secretly because he would never push. I learned my lesson with my late husband. My new man listens to me. So, I know what he wants. He floats ideas about meeting my son. But I think it is way too soon. You guys are the experts on males. How long do I have to wait to move my new guy in? I'm dying to know. Too soon? Okay, I'm kidding. But really, she's a piece of work.
TV writer.
Yeah. I need to know because my son is very important to me. I'll be listening. Gail in La Cañada by way of the Bronx. Come
Boogie
out.
down, boogie down.
Boogie down, Bronx. What do you think, man?
Well, she's asking how soon before she lets her new guy in, move him in, is she mean physically into the house?
Yeah.
Because he says he just wants to meet her son. So I think that would be the start. Introduce him to the son. Let them come around. Let them, we all go to Disneyland, movies. He's coming over more. Sometimes he spends the night. Ease him into it. You don't just all of a sudden say, hey, little Bobby, this is such and such, while he's moving his shit in. That can't happen. That's too abrupt. No, that can't happen. So just take it slow, man. I know of a couple right now. They were both married, and they have since divorced, and they're together now. And the guy is always over, and he's got a kid around the same age as the woman's kids.
All right, so the dude, it's a couple. They both used to be married to other people.
Yes.
And now the guy is always at the new divorce.
They're together.
House.
Yes, they're together. It's like a new Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Right? So like a Brady Bunch. But he spends the night often, but he still maintains his own spot.
Nice. You know, we with that.
Yeah, he still maintains his own spot. He goes home. He hasn't fully moved in. In my opinion, they are a family. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking it extra slow. The kids, they see him all the time. I mean, he's a part of their lives. And she didn't move him in. So this might be an ongoing process, Gail. You know, it's not something that you want to rush into because you can't mess it up. You don't want to mess it up. You said the guy, your son looked up to your father. You know the truth, but in your son's eyes, Pops was his hero. And you don't want to come in there with his replacement. You know, especially not too soon. You know, he's, in the same room as my pops, sitting at the same spot at the dinner table. Nah, man, you can cause a lot of problems with that. So I would say take it slow. Introduce him. You guys go out to dinner, or you got one of you guys can cook, have a dinner. Go to the park, Disneyland, and just have them come around a lot more. This is mommy's friend. And just take it slow. Because, again, you don't want to mess this up, Gail. But, I mean, I think you're bringing up a valid question. I know when I got a divorce, when I left my wife, my current girl, same thing. She was, we would take my son to like little street fairs and all that stuff until it got to a point where that's all he knew was her being around. Yeah. And so when we officially moved in together, it was seamless. Yeah. It's damn near what he expected. You know what I'm saying? But he was from like age 2 to 4. So I don't know how old her son is. Yeah. But if he's like, 16 or 17, I don't think she needs to wait.
I'm gonna wait when we get back. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo, find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Come out when my mom had her, boyfriends and stuff, I always hated it. And my father was alive and well and still is. But she had dudes and I never liked it except the last one when I was 19. And that was the dude that I was cool with. Like, okay. Is
that the guy I bet?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Ukaipa? Did you ever? No, you didn't come to Ukaipa.
I don't know. He was the guy. Was he at your wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have been. Yeah. I'm trying to think what year that was. Yeah. I forgot you. Dang. Yeah, dog. Him. Cool dude, right?
Yeah, he was cool.
No problems. He's the first time I had no problems. From the time I was a kid all the way through, I was 19. By the time I was just like, I was cool with them getting married. You know what I mean? But before, it would have, as a guy, my sons tell me all the time, man, like, it's a double standard between their mom dating and me dating.
Has she started?
She's a good woman, dog. So no, not officially.
Okay, cool.
And if she has, she's keeping her business out the street.
Kids don't know about it.
No,
your spies.
No, my spies say she is still a noble woman. worthy of the crown you beset upon her. Anyway, point is, man, Aaron Hernandez had a lot of problems, right? We've joked about this before, Kamal, but a lot of pro athletes didn't know they daddy had bad daddies. It's hard to outdo a bad mama. And Aaron Hernandez did not like his mom. And that will tear your mind up. Aaron Hernandez's mom, after her and her husband broke up, or no, her husband died, similar to this. Aaron Hernandez's mom got with Aaron Hernandez's cousin's man. So Aaron's favorite cousin, I'm thinking who that would be the equivalent of to me, their favorite old, grown female cousin. Aaron's mom took her man, moved him in immediately, had him sleeping in the bed. Aaron was hot. Pop just passed. I mean, immediately, dog. Like, all right, this nigga walking around like, baby boy, Jody.
Like Melvin.
Dog, that's a thing for dudes, man. Nah, bruh, you got to be very, very careful with this. Especially when you got a son and you're dealing with, or even a daughter, but I'm just talking about sons. Gail, you got to be careful with this. You've already established the facade for your child. You've decided that you want to pretend that his daddy was a noble dude, right? You want to pretend that y'all marriage was a real loving relationship. You're going to have to pretend that even if he's dead. You signed up for this lie. You got to keep the lie going. So you got to pretend to be sad for a while. Then you got to slowly have a friend. Mind you, you've been banging this dude for years.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, you're a TV writer. Tell the story. There should be an art to this. Let's pretend to be sad for 6 months. Yeah, you're pretending.
Yeah, even though the TV writers, the audience, we won't know about it for a year. TV writers have already got the story already banged out.
Yeah.
So she already knows the story. She's already been with the guy. She knows how this thing's in.
She knows how it ends.
He's moving in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's moving in.
Yeah.
This is going to be your new daddy soon.
Yeah.
But just like you said, and as a TV writer, you set up the whole series, especially these days, where it's like they have a series arc, not just standalone episodes. So absolutely, you have to set this up like a TV show. You're going to be fake sad for 6 months, Gail, Miss Gail. Then you got to have a friend start hanging around just to build a relationship with your son. And then you slowly go from friends to, I don't know, what season would you have your love interests have their first kiss? Because it's all fake. You chose to do the fake route. So you got to keep that up.
What sucks is, too, like, if her and her husband divorced, I'm sure the child would spend time with the husband, and they can be a couple during that week or that weekend.
Yeah.
But, Pops is dead, so she's got him.
Yeah.
So sneaking in like time, what would you say? How does she get that time with her dude?
She's got to live a double life, just like she did when she was married. I'm sure she wasn't bringing him around when she was married.
No.
She found time to get her happiness outside of the house. This is the world she set up. All right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. When you crush people's world is when you devastate and cause long-term damage.
Ooh, this is tough. So basically, husband's dead. She still got to sneak around?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Because that's the price she's paying for. She didn't keep it real from the start. She should have just told him back in the day, man, me and your daddy, we ain't going to make it. We ain't going to make it. I still love you. Don't be mad. Your friend's parents ain't gonna make it either. That's just real.
You won't be the only one, son.
Trust me, kid. Trust me. Ain't none of your friends' parents gonna make it. None of them. Literally zero.
Yeah. You think this is all bullshit.
Trust
Nobody's
me.
relationship.
All of your friends' parents, their relationships will fail. I guarantee it. I promise you. None of them will be together at the 50-year reunion.
There's no Santa Claus.
There's
and their relationships.
It's fake. All that Facebook shit you see, trust me, that's just her trying to pretend she's happy. She's not. You're good. So yeah. Hey, Robert Downey Jr. said, "Hey man, dads leave, man, get over it." I love that line in Iron Man 3. But say, hey man, relationships, they don't last that long, man. I'm sorry. They're like dogs, man. They don't last forever. I know you love the dog, but the dog ain't gonna be here forever. And neither is that person, neither does that relationship. They don't last forever, dog. I'm sorry. So if she had chosen to keep it real, people always want to protect the kids, right? That would be like if Miss Vanessa tried to protect her kids and not admit that Kobe's gone and just say sometimes you gotta hit him with the cold hard facts that breaks their heart. Your pops, he died. She could have lied and said she could have just lied. He left us. It would have just had to keep the lie going.
Technically.
She couldn't lie. He's too famous. He's too famous. But you get the point.
Yeah.
Some news you gotta break, right?
Yeah.
Had Miss Gail chosen to tell him the truth about how bad the relationship was years ago, they may not be going through this. But she chose to lie. So now she's either going to have to shatter his reality or slowly ease into this.
If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com.
Where can we find you?
On Twitter and Instagram at Angry Kamal.
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything at Kyle Irby. The MRA podcast is where you can find all of us, both of us. KyleIrby.com is where you can find my website. You can see some of my commercials I've done, some television appearances and that type of deal. See my stand-up schedule. TheMRAPodcast.com is where you can hear every last episode we've done. There's 79 on there, y'all, so there's plenty of time if you're taking a long trip to listen to all of them. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
Let me get back on this piano, man. You know how it is. Haven't played since the cruise, so a lot of times when you haven't played, when you break a habit or a streak or whatever, it's easier to keep breaking it. But I'm going to try to, get back on it, get the dust or rust off. You got to do that, man. For those of you who are new and don't understand what the piano is about, I will explain. It is an homage to Mark Maron. Mark Maron, cool dude. I know him from the Comedy Store. I did his TV show, Maron. You can see that clip on KyleIrby.com. And at the end of his podcast, he always plays a little guitar. And I said, man, when I started my podcast, it's right around the time I started teaching myself how to play the piano. So I'm trying to end most episodes like he ends most episodes, just riffing on the guitar, showing you my progress on my current piano lesson, playing the song I'm currently practicing. So that's what's happening. Here we go. Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one.
MRA.